Hello again and happy Wednesday. We are in the middle of week 6, so we are just a little more than a couple of weeks out from the end of English 95. I hope you're chugging right along. And as always, if you're having any issues with this course, contact Trier, Janet Beth, or me, and we'll be happy to help. Okay, these next 2 weeks we're going to pivot a little bit away from looking at the Writing Center directly and looking more at services that either overlap with the Writing Center or are adjacent to the Writing Center. So let's go on ahead and go someplace that should look very familiar by now if you've been following these Wednesday recordings. We are in My Nightingale. I'm going to click academic resources and then click the tutoring center, and you'll see we have all kinds of things here. Bear in mind that I'm recording this between semesters when we don't have tutoring services. So some things on here will look like, oh, we're not doing this. When you're watching this, we are. All right. So you can see you can access paper reviews, the paper review process here. We talked about that in week 3, so I'm not going to touch on that. I am going to draw your attention to a couple other things here. I will say up front, any subject matter, nursing education, GE subject matter, tutoring for these two, those are services that we are adding and ramping up. So I will just tell you to keep coming back, watch the space, and see how those services are being added to and expanded. All right, touched on that. Let's look at the rest here. So Tutor Chat is something that we offer through Microsoft Teams. We have a video and written directions to show you how to get all that set up. If you just have a simple, quick question about writing or English, drop it there, and we will get back to you as soon as we can, generally within 24 hours, with a response. So that's, something that's not going to demand as much of your time. Something that you can just get in, get out, and, just wait on the answer. But fortunately, you don't have to wait for long. All right, let's back out of that and see what else we got here. So that's Tutor Chat. We have face-to-face tutoring, which is kind of what we call a study hall. You'll see this is looking a little different. I'm not going to log in. Maybe I will. This isn't my standard login. Now you all know my first name. I go by my middle name. All right. I'm going to put on my camera. Try. Oh, it's not going to let me have the camera running on 2 devices. Ordinarily, you're going to turn your camera on for this, just so you know. And you can see, bam, we're like in a little video game. I'm just clicking the arrow keys on my laptop to move around, just like it says, use arrow keys to move. I'm going to walk into the Writing Center, enter the portal. If you are old like me, this will feel a lot like the old versions of Legend of Zelda. So here we have a place, this is a place you can meet up with folks, your classmates. If you want to arrange a meeting here, you can come in here anytime. But we do have staffed hours for this. As you remember, I showed you the schedule for when this is staffed. So here you can come and communicate directly with us. Ordinarily, like I said, there would be a camera view of me. You can go into spaces like this. And when you're on mic, the only people who can hear you are the people who are also in this little lit up space. So this is really good if you're in a larger group and you want to do breakout sessions where you separate. This is a brilliant way to do it. There is a lot here, and we're going to add more to it because, believe it or not, these bookcases, over time anyway, will be more functional. You can see it says click X to see the elective webinars calendar. Brilliant. And we'll be adding more resources that will link in a similar way to the bookcases here. Like everything in the Writing Center, it's things that grow and expand over time. So I always encourage folks to come back. All right, there's our study hall. I talked about Tutor Chat, but you'll see we have even more there. This is something that you won't be concerned about for a little while, but we offer NCLEX coaching for when you're at the end of your time here or near the end of your time. So you can get, so we have folks who will help you prepare for the NCLEX. Really, really big deal. We've talked about paper review submissions in week 3 again, so just check that out. Let's click individual tutoring and you will see that you can pick a tutor to work with for different subjects. Our math resources are all in here, and you'll notice that it says Math Lab elsewhere. Here are 3 very familiar faces and a couple of others, Meg and Paul, who do a lot of double duty around here. And you can see this all loops back to the Writing Center. And then finally, technology and library. I'll be focusing on technology and my good colleague, Curtis. I'll be talking more about what he does for us here next week. Again, I can't cover everything possible, and we keep growing and expanding our resources here. So please explore on your own and check back regularly. But that is all that I have for now. I'll talk with you next week about the Technology Center. In the meantime, as always, if you need help with anything, reach out to Janet, Beth, Trier, or myself, and have a wonderful rest of your week. All right, bye-bye, everybody.